Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Little Blue Fly. If this is your first time visiting, welcome, and I invite you to subscribe to my channel. It's as simple as tapping that subscribe button, making sure to select all after you have tapped that notification bell. And it's important also to select that all button because there's times when I post on the community post up on my tabs above my my channel name, and if you have not selected all, more than likely you will not receive that notification. Now, today's video almost did not go up because we had really bad storms come through our area here in Virginia yesterday. We have, we're actually all over the news. We have trees down everywhere, power lines. We were very fortunate that nothing significant happened on our property. Our neighbors were not as fortunate. It's just a horrible thing. Many people without utilities and severe damage to their homes. So let's make sure to say a prayer for all those in Virginia. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? So we're going to be working in this corner right here in my living room. I cannot pan out. If you want to see the remainder of the living room, you're just going to have to stay tuned in because I will be going piece by piece. I have many items going about. The oval mirror I have shared several times. That comes from Bassett, the arched mirror. The mirror to the left, that can be purchased from, I believe it is on my Amazon storefront, but it is an Uttermost, I believe it is, mirror. And then the chest down below, this was this beautiful French country. Oh gosh, this piece is just a delight to my senses, for sure. This is definitely an investment piece, and I found this off of Facebook Marketplace, and I believe just about anything I place on top of her is just going to be absolutely stunning. Again, this is one of my little forever pieces I thought to purchase to help brighten up this corner because the mirrors are just of a dark color. So let's get started. Very excited to decorate a vignette right here on this new piece. And we're going to begin with this wicker tray that was purchased from Hobby Lobby some time back. I love working with all colors of wicker. It just gives that that really nice country feel, whether you're going for the French country, English country, it just works. So I just placed it off over to the side. Things will be scooting around here and there as I move along with the decorating. And what I will also be doing today is decorating vertically. We are going up. I love when we do vertical. Anyhow, this book was actually purchased from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to share how I use faux books that have all the aged goodness along with real books in decorating. Just going to give you just a better look that was kind of quick so that you could see all of the embossing on this piece. Again, it was purchased from Hobby Lobby. I love the aged black on the outside and then the aged gold going around, which, you know, that's basically where the pages would go. Now to share, I have went over this briefly before in the past, but what brings Bev inspiration, and that is books. I mean, I could just truly picture myself sitting right here in this inviting rocker, looking through books for hours with something cool to drink, because we're definitely in those hot, humid summer months. And this is Country Escapes, and I'm just going to share just a couple pages that stand out to me. I mean, many do. But look at this kitchen. It is absolutely gorgeous. All the blue and white tiles and the table. Look at the scalloping going all around that dining table. And then the fresh flowers. I'm in love with this kitchen right here. Such a fresh, old world, French country. Just touches all throughout. Definitely a great place to sit around and make those family memories for sure. Now this next kitchen, I mean, just wow. I don't know about many of you, but I absolutely adore vintage antique enamelware, and it is just everywhere here in this kitchen. That is definitely not a reproduction right there, that cook stove. And if only, right? If only I could have a piece like that. And then again, the fresh flowers in the picture. I mean, such special touches. So for me, I get a lot of inspiration out of these books. I go to my local library and I look at the books that they have there on hand, and then I just will go online and try to find them for, a really good price, of course, because some books can be so costly. This next one, French style. I mean, who would not want to sit right here by the opening of this door with, look at that hardware just on the door itself and looking out onto the balcony. You know there's good smells happening out there. Ladies baking their pastries and just, garlic and butter and sugar and lemons and just such such goodness for sure. But anyhow, I will be taking you through a couple pages of this book as well. Now, I will be sharing in my description box the ISBN numbers of all of these books, just in case you might want to find you some out there. Now this kitchen, just look at this right here. This is what I would love to happen in my kitchen. Of course, you know, this is the Rolls Royce of cooking right here. The black stove with all the brass trimmings on it. And then we have this gorgeous buffet. Who needs a custom cabinet when you can just pick up these vintage or antique gorgeous buffets and use them as a countertop? 100% creative, beautiful, love it. And up at top, I must have one of these. This is an antique plate warmer, copper, and copper brass, but how I would love to have this up on my wall in my kitchen. All the copper pots and, again, goals. When I get to my kitchen, it's going to be something pretty amazing and one of a kind, that's for sure. This French style is filled with tons of inspiration. And then I have one more book. This is English Country. And let me tell you something about this book. Some books I just like to thumb through, right? Just to get inspiration through the pictures and what, you know, and I do reading, of course, but this one gives you the history. This book shares the truth of English country, the life and, you know, what happens, you know, behind the doors. Look at this garden gate. It's everything. It's just saying, come on in, you know, come journey through my beautiful landscaped gardens. Anyhow, they give the complete history in this book of the land and the properties and the families that have occupied this land for many years. And it's such a delightful read. And look at this, is just, although, you know, I don't think I will ever be able to own something as exquisite as this library, but I can dream. And dreaming is everything for me. It takes me to places. It inspires me. And I might not be able to have all those gorgeous literary, you know, writings and histories and my library, but I might be able to have 1, 2, or 3 of them. And look at the gorgeous draping tapestries and just all the sun that is drenching this library. It's, again, this is what gives me inspiration. Going to the library, thumbing through books for hours and trying to find them and bringing them into my home. So I just placed all those books right up on top of the faux book. So again, you know, I like working with the faux flowers and the real flowers. Well, the same here with these books. And I'm going to place this one up at top. And it will go in a different direction because I want it just to have, as you can see, like this perfect little, what some will say, mess. This mess brings me so much enjoyment. I love it. The journey through different lands and different stories, and that's everything. Now we're going to decorate on top of these books a little bit, and we are going to start with this chippy goodness. It is a citrus print. The other two are in my kitchen right now. I just have this one left, and I purchased these a few years ago from New River Pottery. I'm just placing it. Again, we're going up, vertical. Vertical is the name of the game today. So up we go. again, it's all going to start to come together. I just wanted to share some of the inspiration and then start placing the items that I love all around. This pot was actually purchased many years ago. Loving the green on this. And I noticed at the bottom, see this? Wilco Imports. Okay, so maybe for those of you that are interested, you can look that up, and who knows? Maybe there's still something out there. But the green is just everything. And we're going to decorate inside of it a little bit today. So I have this just one stem, and it has moss, of course, all over it. I purchased this from Merrifield Garden. But I also wanted to share this tag for those of you that don't live in the area. It does say sullivangift.com, so maybe you can find some there on the website. You know, it always gets, I don't know for you, but for me, it gets a bit frustrating when I see something, but yet I have just the most difficult time, you know, finding the items that individuals have decorated with inside these different books or even on Instagram. And so I try my best to share with you all how you can find these pieces. This fern actually came from Michael's, and the other, I'm not really remembering where I purchased all those other ferns from. I know I have shared it in past videos, though. I just, that's too many videos ago. I don't remember. And these lemon stems, they were purchased from Michael's a few years back. And I believe they're going to fit. They were, I actually bent the stems in an arrangement that I made some time back, and it looks like it's still going to work. Now I'm trying to visualize as I'm building this how I want to place all of these lemons and the different ferns, because there's a certain way that I want it to take shape to work with the other pieces. And sometimes these leaves, you know how they turn around, I don't always want to see just the backside, so I'll twist them about on the stem to show the front part of the leaf. So I'm making sure to add some height in the back. Now I'm going to take this piece and just unravel it a little bit, and like I always say, peel it back like a banana peel and spread it about and work it through the other florals. Because again, you want to try to have that, to keep that natural feel. You don't want the arrangement to look forced. And now I'm just going to bend these stems and place the ferns around at the bottom to, these are basically going to be fillers. But I'm going to make sure not to cover too much of the front of the pot because I like it. I like the writing and the design. So again, I'm keeping in mind how I would like for my florals to be placed. I'm working the triangle. Again, whenever you are putting together floral arrangements try to keep that triangle shape. Now I'm just going to place some fillers in the back, keeping some of the height going, weaving it in through the other florals. I love the look of ferns and lemons together. And then this last fern stem, just really going to bend this up, and I'm going to place this up front and just sort of have it cascade off the side and mingle in with the other fern. Then I have these two lemons that actually fell off, and I'm just going to place them right up at top. Well, at the bottom, actually. Now I decided, because I like to stand back and look at my arrangements, that I needed a little bit more variation. So I thought to use some of this greenery that was purchased from Merrifield Garden. I'm just going to use one. Place it in the back and let it peek through. Just weave it in there. And just giving that extra little touch of color. So to bring this to life just a little bit more, we are going to add some of this green moss. And again, when you place in the moss going around the bottom, just tug on it a little bit, just to make it look like it was just not pushed in there. Almost like if a bird has been grabbing it and pulling out pieces to make a nest. Let it go a little bit messy and wild. And I'm just going to keep adding the moss in around the pot because it is going in front of a couple of mirrors. So we are going to be able to see all sides of all around this pot. So it's important to complete the work all the way around. And I just placed it, just tucked it in perfectly, perfect fit, right next to the stack of my books and the picture. Now we're going to go to the left-hand side, and we are really going to go up now. So it will actually be taller than the right side. I could have either used something down low on top of this chest and let that be the focal point, or just go tall. And like I said, today vertical is the name of the game, so we are going up. I want to take you in for a close-up just so that you can see the colors that are in this picture. We have some plums and orange and different colors of green. And I like to play off of colors a lot. So over in my ribbon, you will see the plum, and it really pulls from the picture. This ribbon was purchased from Hobby Lobby several years ago. I have not seen it for, yeah, it's been a while since this has been at Hobby Lobby. And now we have really gone up with this beautiful, I call this my amber umbrella lamp, because you'll see in a moment, lighting is everything in an arrangement. This was purchased many years ago from Beverly Fabrics. Love all the detail, the bronze color, of course, all the different shades, the beadwork. And one doesn't have to put things on their lamps, but I do. I like to embellish them. And I really, really enjoy this ribbon on this lamp. And let's not forget this gorgeous French country chest. It just all goes so well. Down at the bottom, I am going to add in this brass and glass hurricane lamp. This was a thrifted find. And the brass is going to just look grand with all these other colors. And I placed in a yellow candle with just a little bit of my potpourri and my vintage match keeper over to the left. And now I'm going to add in, this was a vintage find, and many of you shared some fabulous names, which I will share in the future what name I actually decided to choose. And in just a moment, I will be sharing how lighting is absolutely everything in an arrangement.